And wait a second. And there we go. Am I on the right camera now?
I can see you.
For some reason, I can't see myself whenever I talk.
Okay.
Is it switching camera for you, Brad? Like, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Never mind then. As long as everyone else can see me, it's fine. Right?
Yeah, we don't want to miss that. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
Okay, I think we started this podcast off on an inappropriate note.
Where's that Barry White music?
I thought you were going to say, where's that hot military side again?
Oh god.
I closed that tab. We'll get to that. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Shelf. This is the voice and the look and the inappropriate Google searches of Transformers Collectors Club Australia. This is episode 99, so we are cutting loose a little bit. We are recording live on March 17th, 2017. I'm Jason. Joining me tonight, as usual, we have Brad. How are you doing, Brad?
That's you.
Yeah.
Brad's muted himself. I didn't press the mute button. Evening world, evening Jason. How are you going?
It's gone well early.
It's gone shit early.
It's gone to hell early.
Oh, I keep getting those two confused. Well and hell.
Yeah.
To hell in a set of army trunks.
Well, that also figures into our inappropriate Google images.
With some nice biceps.
That other voice that you can hear is the other Brad. I am surrounded by Brads. We have a what's the collective term for a set of Brads? An enclave of Brads tonight?
Dickheads.
No. You can't have a dickhead of Brads.
There'd be some that say you can.
I mean, when I'm with my mates, Brad, they're like, "Hey, look, there's a dickhead over there." And we all just wave, hi.
Is that because you're trying to walk through KFC without a car?
Yeah, there's a dickhead over there.
I don't even know where that's come from. It's gone well. How are you doing? How are you doing, B1?
I'm good. How are you, J1?
No, I don't need a denomination. I'm just Jason.
Okay.
B2, how are you going over there in the other time zone in the past?
I am doing very well in the past. We have recently come up with a new home entertainment called VCR.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know we dialed back to the 80s.
If you're not doing anything with all your Betamax tapes, I can add some to my collection.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a Betamax VCR?
I have 3 of them, and I've got about 400 Betamax tapes.
Why do you have 3?
Oh my god, you've got them all.
I got most of them. Non-doubles.
Oh man,
wow.
That actually explains a lot.
But I should answer that. I'm doing very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well, and I hope all the listeners are doing well as well.
Thank you. I'm doing well. I trust the listeners are as well. I see there's a Titans Return Galvatron on your shelf behind you.
Oh yeah, that's my review area for my YouTube videos, and he's my go-to comparison guy. He's Galvi Babes, not Galvatron. He's Galvi Babes.
That's. In fact, I even asked you how you'd like to be introduced, and then I screwed that up. So you are, of course, Groovy Guy Bradley, aka Bradley. So I've really done a number on that intro tonight. It's gone well. But yeah, how is the YouTube review stuff going?
It's pretty quiet at the moment since I don't do third-party reviews or anything, so there's not really much in the way of new content for me to review, but I do have a couple of new pieces, and hopefully there'll be at least 1 or 2 videos up next week.
Fantastic. Now, we haven't talked about this much on the show when you've been on. Do you actually try to get a review out every week, or do you have a particular time frame that you work to?
I try to do at least 1 video per week. I also do, as well as reviews, I also do PlayStation games. So I always try to keep at least one or 2 videos per week.
Yeah, you've mentioned speedruns and stuff before as well.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you did a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, maybe it was because you were watching some. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. I was probably watching some, yeah. But no, I just do little sort of one-off PlayStation 4 gameplay videos, just saying if it's worth it. Usually, it's okay. The game, not the video.
Do you just half close your eyes and look at the camera and just say the game's worth it?
No, because I don't do face cam when I'm doing video games.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on and let's talk about some Transformers. First of all, Brad, tell us how many members we have in the club this week.
Why, thank you, Jason.
Even though I didn't throw over, I get thanked for a throw every week.
That's all right. It gave me time to find the run sheet. Facebook member count this week has risen to 2187. We hypothesized last week if we'd get to 2200 or the 100th episode sooner. We're 13 away. So this week should be fun. Also, Take Your Bot to Work Day has been relaunched with little competition. Congratulations to this week's winner, Dave Stevens. Mate, you're going to show the picture.
I am.
Oh, yeah, I showed the picture. I'm not watching the feed. Each week, the winner goes into the end of the year draw, and we'll have some prizes for the winners.
Is it up on the feed? I'm just seeing Brad at the moment.
It is if Brad actually makes me the presenter.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got screens going.
So we should mention that Dave did not actually take a bot to work because he was, I think he had a holiday this week. So he went and took him a Masterpiece Hot Rod down to do what he does best.
He could work for a water authority.
I think he could, but he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I said in the original post, it doesn't. You don't have to take it to work if it's doing something around the house. If you're going down the beach or whatever else, it's just outside of the display space. So, help riding the vacuum cleaner, whatever. Post them up. Look for the Take Your Bot to Work post on Wednesdays. Post it up there, and the one that gets the most likes get the fan vote for the week, and you go into the draw for the end of the year prizes. So, and your photo will go up on the site. I'll get that up on the weekend.
Cool.
Also, next week, episode 100, looking for feedback. It's going to be a bit more of a discussion next week, sort of how our collecting mindset's changed over the last 2 years of the podcast. So we'd love to hear feedback about that. Send it in, and what if your collecting's changed, all that sort of stuff. Collect more or less. And just finally, we are doing some work on the website at the moment, so just bear with us, updating the events, the past events, galleries, and a couple of new sections. So we hope to get that turned around soon and back online.
Cool. I'm going to move over to this thing.
Cool.
What, Brad?
No.
Yeah, that
was timing.
Brad is actually the last night combiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night he combined with alcohol.
That explains some of his posts.
I was the World Destroyer. I was Unicron. Oh no, wait, that's this guy.
Okay, so we've got a few figures coming up from the last night, and surprisingly, it looks like the last night's toy line is going to feature a number of repaints and remolds and retools from Transformers that we've seen in previous lines. Starting with this guy. This guy is the Terracons from Transformers Prime, and I think B2, you've got the actual Transformers Prime version of this figure over there. If you just want to click over to B2 for us, please. B1
done.
Nope.
Is it? No.
Oh,
I thought Jason was made leader, wasn't he?
Nope.
No, there we go.
There we go. So
Not really
you can see this guy this guy has some obvious similarities. There's obviously a bit of retooling and stuff going on, but he does appear to be a repaint of this combiner. So this guy's called Infernicus, and you can see in the artwork on the screen for him that he is the guard of Quintessa. Now, Quintessa is obviously somewhat derived from our favorite five-faced figures, the Quintessons, in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to find out more about that in the coming weeks, I'm sure.
Actually, I just thought of something that could work for everyone. Remember before when we were looking at it, and I said she looks like one of those decoys from the 80s?
Yeah.
She could be a decoy for Unicron.
No.
And then Brad could,
because the decoys,
Unicron in the movie.
The decoys in the 80s were actually designed to look like the characters that they were decoys for, because that's why they're decoys.
Yeah, I know.
It's meant to. They're decoys, not heralds.
I was just trying to make everyone happy. I mean, we get Infernicus, and then Brad finally gets his Unicron in the last night.
You know what? Sometimes you just can't please everyone.
No, I'll put it down now. This is Unicron. This will be the Unicron.
Speaking of not being able to please everyone, this guy's going to be tiny. That Legends combiner was pretty tiny as well. We do have the pictures of the little. So the original images for these are pretty low res. So apologies, I can't see them properly on the podcast feed. But what is he? He's five Legends scale figures. And they combine to form Infernicus.
Yeah. There's the thing is though, those base figures there, they look very similar to the base figures for the Abominus combiner, but the Infernicus is very, very different. So I don't see how they're going to sort of realize that.
Is it just me, or does one of them not transform at all?
Yeah, Skulk's got no. Is that Hunger?
Got no alt mode.
Was that Hunger's?
Yeah, maybe he's completely new. Maybe the other four are the same, but they got because all the differences were in the main
torso.
Body.
Yeah,
maybe. Anyone interested in buying a five bot Legends combiner?
If it has to have a movie Unicron on my shelf, I'll be buying it.
I've already got one.
I don't know why you would buy this when you might also be able to buy a Unicron figure.
Because there won't be one. This will be it.
So there just won't be. So there won't be.
Mark my words. No, there won't be Unicron. It will be.
So Unicron on your display shelf could easily be pushed down by like a deluxe.
This guy even as big as a deluxe?
Actually, no, he's a bit bigger. Hang on. Bad comparison time.
Are you going to pick up Titans Return Galvatron?
Yep.
Yeah, there's Galby babes.
Hip height.
So he's roughly the size of a deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. Do you know what I do care about?
Men.
With tights.
Today, we found out that this guy is getting re-released under the under the Last Nights movie line. This is the IDW style stealth bomber Megatron with a pretty hot new paint job with some gold deco on him, and he's Brad pointed out earlier he's kept some of the purple highlights on him as well, and windows and some of the combiner parts as well. It looks fantastic. I really, really like it.
He's got a new head sculpt as well.
He does. Yeah, he has the Last Night head sculpt.
Yep.
Tusk head.
So maybe we're looking at Megatron changing about a few times.
Maybe Megatron's had more alt mode in the Michael Bay film series than I don't know. Well, that's something that has a lot of alt modes.
Yeah, that other mode we've seen might be the Cybertronian mode, and this is his Earth mode. But
does anyone remember this IDW stealth bomber having 19 steps to transform it?
That seems a lot for a deluxe.
It does, doesn't it?
That's
yeah.
Leader's 21, isn't it?
Well, no, there are as many
I
steps
should
as they
note
take.
that one of the steps in this figure is to take off the wingtips, and they become his arm-mounted fusion cannon.
Yeah.
So even
I'm sure another step is to extend that gun as well.
Yep, and then another step will be to peg it onto the arm. So we're
Fair
down
enough.
to 16.
There's also this
Yeah.
guy, Decepticon Nitro, who looks interesting. Have we seen? You said we've seen this guy in the trailers.
He's standing next to Megatron on the street when it all goes up in flames, but it just looks like a henchman. I got a Soundwave vibe off him, especially in the head. He's got the ears.
I can't remember his name. He was from the first movie's toy line, and his alternate mode was one of those VTOL jets.
Did they have an Osprey in that? Did they? Oh, VTOL.
No, an Osprey. He was an Osprey, and he was released as part of the movie line, but he had arms similar to that raised one with the fan blades at the end.
Okay.
I mean, he could be a new figure, new mold completely.
Could be. Let's take another look at that Megatron.
Yeah, I don't have that stealth bomber mold. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's lovely, but it's going to be even more lovely with the gold highlights. I think I'm not sure if it's as black as the previous one either. It looks slightly grayish, but
I can say that I did a video review for the used IDW mold, and while it does look impressive, you got to take in mind that this is a very small figure.
Yeah, so I didn't buy it originally when it was on sale all those years ago, and because I remember he came out in the same wave as Orion Pax, and I kind of couldn't bring myself to buy either of them because when I looked at them in their box, I was sort of like, they don't really look that much for the money. But if you pick them up a little bit cheaper, then the figures become a little bit more impressive over time. But I got to say, because I like the figure, I like this look for it as well.
Yeah, I still have not seen that wave here in the wild at all. If they're spending,
you say this like there's a chance it's going to come out next week.
a couple of weeks. If
Maybe
they
3
need
years.
to, if they need to reuse some of these older molds, just because they're putting the engineering into new figures with Hisui doing the design for them, I'm all for it. I don't. It's another chance to get these molds that we never got. Some have got.
You're very hung up on them never being sold at Toys R Us or whatever. As if we buy them from Toys R Us.
New acquisitions might solve that, but I'll be looking out for it. Whether I see it and get it, that'll be another story. But I do like the look of it.
B2, gonna buy it
Again?
No. Actually, for some reason, when you flick back to it, I got a very big what's that guy's name? Impactor.
I see what you're getting at. The
purple and yellow?
leader of the records. Yeah. I see what you're getting at, but he's still pretty obviously Megatron.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not a repurpose into Impact or anything, but I got that vibe from him just then.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, shall we? Do we have much else to say about Nitro either? I kind of don't.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see more. Like some of these figures are starting to hit shelves overseas. So
actually, now that I'm looking at that, the raised arm, that looks like it's just something that's being snapped on over the robot mode arm.
Possibly. The robot mode arm. You're looking at Nitro.
Yeah.
That appears to be the robot mode forearm there.
Yeah, and that looks like the hand, and then looks like everything else has just been snapped on. So maybe that's a tail, or maybe he turns into a helicopter, or I don't know.
They might be claws on his back. This might be the twin-headed. No, because that dragon's something else, isn't it? We've seen it already.
By twin-headed, you mean three-headed?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So no, it's not
tree-headed.
No. Just tree-fitted.
Let's move on.
That's monster.
This is a little bit fun. We've we've talked about the new Robots in Disguise Soundwave. We've seen it up close and personal, and this is quite funny. There was just this classic Transformers ads from Japan, all used to have stop motion animation in them. Same with Diaclones, and so it's kind of fun. It's a little bit cute to see Hasbro having a little bit of fun with their toy line here. So Soundwave has stolen the basketball from Team B, and now he's surrounded, and now it turns into an ad for a combiner. And there we go. Interesting to note, someone who's making this video has panel lined the figures for the purpose of shooting the video.
They took a black pen and went crazy.
Yeah, I got to play with these guys at the meetup 2 weeks ago, and they haven't. Is
there a reason you haven't told us about it until now? I think there is.
There's photos. There's photos.
No, there's a reason you haven't talked about it.
My son will like it.
They're not very good.
my son will like it. They can't bend at the hip like that. I'll say that right now. they're pretty solid once they combine, but yeah, we're getting more Soundwave. Show us the show now. Want the episode's out.
It's funny how at the end they say actual products vary. It's like, well, yeah, Bumblebee doesn't have that weathering on him.
I'm surprised they don't say Transformers don't actually play basketball.
Oh, but they can. Clearly, they can.
I want to get the one that plays basketball.
Did you see the skill with which Bumblebee just deposited Soundwave in the hoop at the end there? There you go. Look at that. Considering he can't bend at the hips, that's quite a good shot.
And Soundwave's bigger than the ring.
Yes. Curiously, not the first time that we've said that tonight, but yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I was waiting for that.
I don't like to disappoint. Okay, so yeah, I know. I said I don't like to. Speaking of disappointment.
Yeah,
you see what I did there. Chaos on Velocitron. We saw this set just a couple of weeks ago at where did we see this? New York Comic Con. Toy Fair,
yeah,
whatever it was, some show that we're all excited about that happened to be in New York, and it's quite quickly coming to market. This has gone on sale in Hong Kong at Toys R Us in Hong Kong for $999, which does seem expensive until you realize that's Hong Kong dollars, and it's actually about $130 US. It's probably going to end up about $200 if you purchase that from overseas in Australian money, or if you wait for it to come out here, it'll probably be about $500.
Yeah, 500. Yeah,
500, maybe 700. I don't know. Just they like to put the price up a little bit. Next year, this will probably be $900.
Yeah, you might need
$4.99 Maya.
Yeah. Maya will have it on. Maya will price match, but they won't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, because it's actually a global Toys R Us exclusive, so it will not end up at Maya. So this is the Chaos on Velocitron set. You get Quick Switch, which is a 6-shot repaint. You get Laser Prime, which is a G2 Prime repaint. Nautica, who is a retool of Blur.
Remolding as well, I think, with the arms.
Pretty sure retool and remold are much the same thing. And
you want to fight about it?
Yeah, I do. And we've called him Fastlane, but apparently he's actually called Fast Clash. Probably because Fastlane has been trademarked by all sorts of technology companies these days. There's the box art, which does actually look quite different to the rest of the Titans Return lines and the Combiner Wars sets that we've been seeing. I quite like it. Yeah. Bit of a fan. I'm probably going to buy this set. And I also noticed that we've got the Speed sign next to the Chaos on Velocitron set name. So it'll be interesting to see what other sets we've got coming up.
We know of one other.
What's the other one?
Apparently
apparently we've heard of it, but we don't really know.
No, they had 2 sets on show.
Is it Amnesia on Velocitron?
No, it's Amnesia on Memorytron. Anyway.
I was thinking about this. Would this box set become necessary to get if you want to have Fastlane and Cloudraker?
I don't think there's been a release of. Was it Cloud? Wasn't it Cloudbreaker?
No, it's Cloudraker.
Yeah, he's in the other set.
Cloudbreaker, yeah. He's in the other set. Did you say?
His partner's in the other set, isn't it?
No.
Oh, really?
I thought-
What's the other set? I can't remember it.
Oh, don't let me.
You're in front of your computer. I'm pretty sure Google's in reach.
No, don't do
Yeah,
that.
but my
because-
keyboard isn't.
Yeah, don't do that because you know what happens when people start typing on the podcast.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes. Then I guess the answer is that yes, you must purchase both of them.
So it's going to be $400 to get modern day versions of the Autobot clones.
Probably.
Wow. I can see
Actually-
lots of people buying this and then just selling them off individually on eBay or something.
Actually, it has just occurred to me that Nordica is not actually a repaint of Blur. She appears to be more of a repaint of, or maybe she is. But I guess Brainstorm is also quite based on Blur as well.
Yeah, they're the same mold.
Hmm.
But,
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, sure.
So we don't know when this is coming out to Toys R Us in Australia. We've had a guess at the price, but I think our guess is probably a little bit optimistic. You're probably going to find it's closer to $250,
$700.
Yeah, the other one's the Siege of Cybertron set with
Oh,
Counts,
nice.
Metalhawk, Tidal Wave, and Magnus Prime, and Thunderwing. So yeah,
Cool.
it hasn't got that little one. That's what I was thinking, that there might have been a third set that'll be announced SDCC around there somewhere with his
Maybe
partner
it
in it.
will.
But, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's move on.
I was just going to say
Um,
about that box set, I think it's very interesting that we're getting a box set that has one of each size class in it. But anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. I don't think it's the first time that that's happened. I think there's the movie toy set from last year, although I think that's got because Magnus would be the leader class, and there's some of the others that are Voyagers, but I'm not sure there's Deluxes and Legends in there, so maybe not. Okay,
It had
let's.
Cup in it, didn't it? He's
Yeah.
a deluxe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know about Legends. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway. Yep.
Because I've got something else on the screen here. So this is a Generations Toys Legend Scale Optimus Prime who happens to look pretty awesome, actually. He's got quite a nice range of detail and articulation. I have no idea what you just said.
I said third party.
Yep,
Is this third party?
that's pretty much what I said when I said it was Generation Toy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Going into third party news.
So, Generation Toy is releasing a 2-pack of G1 leader figures, and don't they look awesome? There's this really nice sort of hulking, strong-looking Megatron with the sort of the raised shoulders and the comically oversized scope on his back, which I don't think we actually noticed that when we were looking at this earlier.
I mentioned, it looks like he's going to be developing back problems.
Yeah, he's back heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm fairly sure that these guys. I don't
It looks
know,
like he's got very hollow arms.
Yeah, but that's okay.
It's a Legends figure.
Yeah, it's a Legends figure. There's all sorts of compromises, and it's a fairly nice looking truck mode.
I wonder if he's doing the MP10 and he's got a fake grill, because although it looks like it straightens up, but the side of the torso, love handles in it unless they flip around.
So the torso sides, yeah, they look like they flip around. Don't know.
Oh, very nice. I was asking in the pre-show, how small could you make MP10?
Well, clearly this is not based on MP10.
No, but it definitely passes off as a Prime. I quite like it.
Yeah, there's been a bit of love for this this look in the group.
I don't need it to pose like that, but
That looks pretty awesome. What's wrong with it posing like that?
my Prime is not a ninja.
Maybe he should be.
He could just be really tired.
Now, I do reckon this Megatron looks pretty good, but I'm really not that happy with the head sculpt.
He's got no neck.
Yeah,
He does look a bit chubby-fied, doesn't he?
Beef keg.
Prime doesn't have that much of a neck either. But yeah, I don't know. The face. The face.
It's too
doesn't look
small.
right. Yeah.
Decepticon, seriously, I said retreat, you guys.
Has he got? Screw you guys. We're going home. Yeah. So
A bit of see-through
Does he-
purple
does-
on the gun.
Yeah,
does he actually have a
see-through.
different face there? That looks way better.
No.
trying
Yeah,
to-
he's like smirking.
I'm
He's
trying.
smirking there, and the other one's
No, I'm
just
trying to,
upside
I think
down.
it's actually a trick of the light. I think it's the same face. It just looks better there.
Mm.
It doesn't look like it can change, but very detailed. It looks like the gun might light up as well.
Yeah, there's something clear lens-wise.
I mean, if a legend scale figure, do you think it'll be able to have circuitry in there, or would it be too small?
Oh, it'd be a button light.
All you need is an LED.
Yeah.
So on that, like this guy, you can fairly clearly see the screws in his leg, right? I reckon these are a little bit larger than legend scale.
Possibly.
Possibly. Anyway,
Do legends
not,
have screws?
not many of them. Not many of them do.
I'm sure they do all right.
I just
do it.
so there you go. Actually, there's the back of Kickback. There's some screws in him there.
Okay, because this one I got here, it's a movie one. It's just got pins for it, pushed through.
Mm.
Yeah, I've got. Actually, oh, hang on. There's a Titan Masters have screws in them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the main one, yeah. Yeah, but still, I don't mind it as a Megatron.
Hang on,
It's got a pretty good gun mode too. Check that out.
illustrate better on this. Yeah, Titan Masters have a little screw in their belly, so it could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, not entirely sure when this pack is coming out. If I scroll back up there, nope. There's no. Oh, wait, no, $69.99, so $70 US. So we'll probably see this going for 100, 110 or so when it gets imported by some of our local dealers.
That's about right for these little guys.
Yeah.
Dare I say cheaper and better looking than MP Megatron?
You might dare, but that would not make that much sense. So yeah.
I don't know. It makes sense to me. Anyway.
Speaking of little guys, how
There you
about
go.
this?
Oh,
Now, I gotta say this guy led to a few errant Google searches this week.
and we're all scarred for life.
Yeah.
This is Mech Planet: The Hot Soldiers THS03 soundtrack is a redo of sound. Oh, well, not a redo. He's a third-party rendition of G1 Soundwave and Laserbird, who's obviously meant to be Laserbeak. Now, this guy is about 11 centimeters tall and definitely looks the part in terms of the G1 Soundwave heritage. Oh, look at that! I can actually make that image bigger. And I'm pretty happy with it. I gotta say I'm less sold on the cassettes.
But they can go in his chest.
Actually, if you go back to that other shot that had Soundwave in his cassette mode and then Laserbeak in him, it looks like that's sort of been that cassette looks like it's sort of behind Soundwave's chest, if you know what I mean.
I think what you might find is that in the first shot there's nothing in the chest, and in the second shot they've put the cassette in.
It just looks like it's a snug fit, but I don't know.
It does look like quite snug.
They haven't got a lot of room there to work with.
True.
So yeah, I reckon in terms of being sort of a modern reimagining of Soundwave's G1 alt mode, this looks pretty good. I like the lines of it. I like the yellow and the blue. I mean, Soundwave's yellow and blue was always classic and timeless. So happy with that.
Yeah.
No, that it could go in any masterpiece display on the Arc. It'd nearly be the right size.
Yeah.
I think I understand where we went wrong before on our search. We searched Hot Soldiers. We didn't look at Mech Planet.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Typing Transformers in that search does not help. You just get Josh Duhamel a lot.
Josh douchebag.
Oi.
And there's one more shot of Soundwave of Laserbeak. Now, this guy's quite notable actually because he is quite small, but so like he's about legend scale, being about 10 or 11 centimeters tall. He's also $15 US. That's practically unheard of for a third-party toy.
We're just saying two the same size for 120.
That head on Soundwave looks like it's from the Device label figure. It's a very similar look to it.
Now you know why the price is down.
maybe that's actually where they've gotten some of the inspiration for this figure from. I don't know. Like that. I also quite like the Device label figure as sort of a modern update of G1 Soundwave. But
I've got him on my shelf as my classic Soundwave.
Yeah, he's quite good. I reckon that Laserbeak is a little bit lacking, but yeah.
It looks like you just flip the sides out and flip the head over, and then you got him in bird mode.
I think that's pretty much it. But then that was pretty much all you did with G1 Laserbeak as well, right?
Memory serves, most Laserbeaks that have come out is exactly that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Oh,
wait, there's the box. Now, from this we can tell that there is in fact also a black Sound Blaster version that's going to be called Soundboard.
What an original idea to release a blue Soundwave and then shortly after have a black repaint. That's just unheard of.
Who is apparently an adjutant. Does anyone know what an adjutant is?
He agitates.
I think you made that up. And there's
military rank.
A military rank of adjutant.
Yeah, it's Navy. Adjutant.
Is it? Who do they rank? Who do they outrank? You're showing us your Google search.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, military officer. Administrative assistant. Well, that's pretty much what Soundwave is.
I've probably been in trouble with him a couple of times.
Draft dodger you.
Oh.
So the black version of Soundwave is a desk jockey.
He's a soundboard. Yeah, he's a soundboard.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I just got distracted by it's got the word free on the box, so I can't see what is it saying. You get the free laser bird. Here's a freebie. So $15 for Soundwave with a free cassette.
I don't see the word free.
Between Soundwave and Laserbeak's cassette.
Are you wearing your glasses right?
Between Soundwave and
also
cassettes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Free Hot Soldiers decoy.
Yeah.
So he must be Laserbird.
Sorry, did you say it was between Soundwave and the cassette?
I said it's under the word soldiers.
Right. Okay.
On the black box.
So and look, it's actually got the same thing on the other one. Is it possible that the decoy is actually just what they refer to the cassette as?
They're just acknowledging that they come with a cassette.
Yeah, maybe because I'm pretty sure that the listing that we were just looking at actually showed him as they were both coming. Yeah, so it's THS 03 and 04. So it would make sense.
Yeah. So buy THS 03 and get THS 04 for free.
It would actually be kind of cool if it was actually a G1 style decoy, wouldn't it? There's been a lot of discussion of decoys in tonight's show. It's a gimmick we haven't seen for about 27 years, but no, let's do it.
They're heading that time frame with the new toys.
They are, and it's going to be much cheaper for them to produce decoys this time around.
But will they be as popular?
No, that they were that popular in the past. Actually, they're kind of popular now. Like if you can find a decoy that's in good nick and no one's actually used it to erase some pencil marks from a few years ago.
They do have huge prices on the secondary market like eBay and such. Mind you, they're usually sold in rather large collections. I don't think you can really find an individual decoy available.
I've seen a few go up for sale in the buy sell trade group. Yeah, if I saw a good collection of decoys, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Quickly.
To this, really? Can we move on now?
Promon Studios announced a Dark of the Moon Shockwave statue.
This must be.
And
There we go. Thank you.
3A announced an Age of Extinction Optimus Prime evasion mode statue. I got to say, this one looks pretty good.
Yeah, this meant to be evasion mode. That looks like Revenge of the Fallen Optimus in the chest.
Really? He looks to me like evasion mode Prime to me.
Yeah, he's got the Dark of the Moon gun. The evasion mode Prime design, his chest changed and nothing else did. His legs, all that was still rocking the original design Prime.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I'm just picturing too much of the G1 Prime, you know.
Because a lot of these parts are on the air cleaners and the stacks. They're not on the cab over, so they're just hang-ins from the CG model from the other movies.
Yeah,
it's a statue, and we're not going to talk about it. There was also a new trailer for Transformers: The Last Night this week, showing some girl power.
Rock on, Vesquez.
Like I said before, this was an ad for the live version of Dora the Explorer.
No, this is where the great crossover begins. Transformers and aliens. This is Vesquez before she joins some Space Marines.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're so right. Wait, no, sorry, you're wrong.
I'm going to cut that from the podcast.
That's gonna not be a highlight.
I'm worried that after you edit this, the whole podcast is just going to be an awkward silence for 30 seconds, and then thanks for watching. We'll see you next week for episode 100.
There has actually been a lot of awkward silence this week.
I do induce awkward silences. That seems to be my mutant power.
All right, so everyone should just remember, what's her name? Isabella.
It's the same as a character name.
I know, I just couldn't remember either of them. Isabella does indeed fight like a girl, and there's nothing wrong with that, according to this trailer. So,
yeah, remember the actress Isabella, we have to question during the movie if she's playing the character Isabella or if she's actually just being Isabella.
Is that like being John Malkovich?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Whenever someone goes to
you
talk
have
to
the damnedest gaps in your cultural touch points.
No, it's great.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but yeah, that's no surprise.
Well, so here's the thing: John Malkovich is in Dark of the Moon, so you should really watch Being John Malkovich.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say watch Dark of the Moon. I'll be like, fuck off.
I don't see the connection there.
I'm not that cruel. Sort of. I'm not that. I'm not usually that cruel. Let's go on. Let's bring us back to the hosts, please, Brad.
Boink.
Thanks. Hey, welcome back.
How are you?
Got a little bit.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Dreams were your ticket out.
Got a little bit intense there. There's two of me in the hangout, so I'm just going to kick one out. There we go.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hey, do you come here often?
Once a week.
Do you want to talk about some new acquisitions?
Yes.
What, like your phone number?
No, you have to work harder than that for my number.
Okay.
How many times does an Android user have to update their phone number?
What?
I don't know.
You're going to have to cut this out as well because that made no fucking sense.
Yeah. God, on fire.
You keep making editing work for yourself. On fire. I know that. No, on fire is fair enough because that's Samsung. But yeah.
Is that a segue to what you're going to be doing tomorrow in a hotel room?
No, the TVs don't catch fire unless you see the John Oliver version.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about some new acquisitions since we're here. Hey, look, Transformers. Brad, you've got B1. You've got something
All right.
new this week.
I picked up a bag of loose stuff last weekend.
Thank God that explains this figure. Go on.
Oh, I've got some more.
Okay, cool.
Tankor, Missing His Missile.
Is that Fat Tankor or normal Tankor?
No, it's a Chug one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Generations one.
Yeah, Generations one. Missing His Missile. I've already got him, so he'll be going up for sale this week. That non-existent wave that didn't get here. Is that Nightbeat?
Yep.
That is Nightbeat.
Yep, that was in that wave. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nightbeat was in Australia.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Yeah, he's part of that wave.
Shops.
Yeah, well, I never did, so.
Okay.
So because Brad never saw it in Barnawatha.
It never existed.
I hear all the important political decisions are made on the bus trip to Barnawatha.
He's quite a nice figure, nice and posable.
He is. I find him a little bit difficult to balance in the feet sometimes.
Yeah,
but also you can also get.
He hasn't got much of an ankle spur on him.
No, he doesn't. He's quite easily upgradable as well with a more sort of accurate chest design from Shapeways.
Oh, okay. All right. The RID Prime.
Oh, that's actually really easy to transform, isn't it?
Similar to another Prime I have in my collection, a red one. Sort of just stands up and the arms fold out. It's almost identical. Interesting. It has the whole MP10 fake chest. But
I suspect they didn't take inspiration from MP10 for that.
No, I don't so either.
MP10 doesn't actually have a fake chest. It's the fake secondary grill, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
Isn't the grill?
Oh no, I've never transformed it. I don't know.
No, yeah.
So yeah, he's not a bad little figure. And then there's this guy, which I swore I was never going to spend $70 on. His head's missing.
Why would you have spent $70 on him?
$50.
Thank you.
Alpha Trion.
Swore you'd never spend $50 on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is he?
He's a big red and purple lion.
Is that what you call it?
I think it's quite telling that I asked how is he and you just described him.
Yeah.
Instead of giving an opinion.
I had a couple. Well, I'm not going to do it now.
Of drinks.
It really depresses me knowing that this is going to be the same size as Broadside and Tidal Wave. I would have loved them to be bigger, but
I thought they were leaders. Wait, isn't one of them?
I thought Tidal Wave was the leader.
Yeah. Broadside, I think, is a Voyager.
Broadside's Voyager. Tidal Wave's
Broadside. It's the one at the moment. Yeah. So. Yeah, he's going in the kids' toy box.
Fair enough. I think. Remember when we were in Shepparton and I went out and bought Galvatron the day before the show, I think I had the choice of Galvatron or Alpha Trion, and I think I made the right
Sentinel
choice.
Prime.
Yeah, Sentinel Prime as well. Oh god,
yeah.
I actually wasn't interested in Sentinel Prime until I discovered that he's actually canon.
Yeah. No, I just
when you say you discovered.
I thought it was just some sort of like made up revision of like animated Sentinel Prime or something.
But he was so when you say canon, like in which universe?
Well, I mean, he's the headmaster in the IDW comics.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he's in the comics, although he's quite a different character than he's presented in the toy line. But I mean, Sentinel Prime was in one of the movies as well.
Well, yeah, but they're very different characters.
He wouldn't know that. Yeah.
I was just leading us into that.
Okay.
Fan edit. I love me Thundercats space station. Fan headcanon. That's the best I can do out of it. I appreciate what it is. I don't need. I'm not collecting it.
Appreciate what it is. That just means you hate its guts.
No, it's as a robotic space lion unicorn. It's fine. Just
Unicorn.
I gotta say,
yeah.
appreciating what it is actually like one of the worst put down lines that anyone can ever give you. It's along the lines of "It's not you, it's me."
That's usually a precursor to heading to the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say appreciate.
We appreciate you.
Where did that come from?
Me too.
Where did appreciate come from?
I don't know. I thought you were going to say I was saying it wrong.
No,
The
because
dictionary.
I think it's quite funny on Sydney trains. There's everyone's fairly certain that the voice of Sydney trains is Gretel Colleen, but Gretel Colleen has never actually confirmed this for anyone. But there's a thing that comes up in train stations. It's like this very, very stern male voice that's like, blah, 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 you shouldn't leave baggage around, blah, blah. And then at the very end, it just swaps to, we appreciate your cooperation. Thanks, Gretel. And it also like thanks for mispronouncing one of the 5 words that you got to say.
God, Gretel Colleen on Sydney trains. When you get to your stop, does she say it's time to go?
Yes.
I was going to say whatever has the money covered in until the next season starts.
Oh,
She
man.
hasn't done
Dreamworld
Big Brother in
needs
years.
I know, but Dreamworld needs it.
I think she's actually still. I think she's still
Irrelevant?
Still cruising on the royalty. Gretel's lovely. Leave her alone. She's a lovely
What,
person.
do you know her?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh. I think I'd rather look at that hot military stuff on Google than think about that.
Well, that's funny actually, because like I did actually pull that out of your Google search history. All right. B2, you've got an acquisition this week as well.
Yes, I do. I actually did have a new acquisition from last week, which I didn't mention, which was Titans Returns Fangry. Ta-da!
God, he's tiny.
He's
Fantastic.
tiny. He's adorable.
Actually, that is pretty cool.
And he's got eyes in his back.
Oh, is that how you can see?
No, he's got a head there to see.
Has he got a hole in his head?
No, that's his head
Oh.
there. That's the back of his head, and then that's the front of his head.
Is that a cat head or a bat head?
He's got 2 different beast modes. He's got like
Okay.
a bipedal werewolf mode.
Sorry, is this guy a triple changer? Technically, yes.
Yeah, because he's like a werewolf man mode, and then he's got like a griffin dragon mode.
Gun.
There's nothing funny about that.
Okay, I think we've had enough fun at the expense of the word griffin.
Yeah.
No, I just wondered with the cat head if you'd do a little Ravage repaint, but cut the wings off.
The dragon
No.
head to me
You
looks like
know, I prefer you go out and buy Ravage.
Masters
Yeah.
of the Universe. It's very
Is it
similar
just
sort
because
of
it's a bit
animated
purple?
dragon head.
So, like it looks
I
like
didn't know the
like-
camera was down that far.
No, I mean like it looks like the
It's very
looks
very
like
pink. It's coming over very purple on the camera, but it is actually very pink in person.
I'm getting it like the saddle for Battle Cat from He-Man and stuff. Like it just sort of calls to mind that.
Well, funny you should mention that,
Why?
because is the way he rides the beast.
Wow, hang on, what time is it?
Yeah, we're getting a little blue.
I'm not sure we're actually allowed to talk about riding the beast yet.
This is just a very, very rushed job here. Yes, I said the word job. Anyway, so he rides it like that. So it's sort of settled up.
Okay.
Dragon Wars.
But today's acquisition was Terrible.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Terry Bull, who happens to be a tank.
Yeah. So, but now I've got all three of the Decepticon Headmaster Juniors. I've got Crash Bash,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Terrible, and Fengri.
Nice.
Cool.
So there'll be a video review for these two coming up next week.
Decent.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I managed to. So I actually didn't acquire these things this week, but I did get them because they've been sitting in my Com Gateway account for a long time, and they nearly got destroyed. They were sitting there for that long. We'll see how we go. So, first of all, I got some Shattered Glass figures, including a boxed Shattered Glass Cyclonus, who is
Woo,
this
Shattered Glass. Best line ever.
lovely red figure. Yeah. So he's a red repaint of Generation Cyclonus, and comes with his cards and everything, and he's got his Target Master in there as well. So this is a really nice figure. I really like the Generation Cyclonus mold anyway, so I'm predisposed to like it. But yeah, I've already got this figure though, so this one's going to go up for sale. The actual reason I got I got that is because it came in a set with Shattered Glass Galvatron.
Did they come in a set? I thought.
No, it did come in a set when I purchased it on eBay.
Read that fine print.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get Galvatron, and I wanted to get Shattered Glass Scourge as well. Actually, not actually Scourge. It's just one of the sweeps.
BotCon Scourge.
Shattered Glass, BotCon, whichever. But so pretty happy with the acquisition for them. They've been sitting on the shelves for the week. Everything arrived earlier in the week, and there was one masterpiece sitting in my Com Gateway shelf as well, which is the MP11S Sunstorm, which we often hear about MP11T and the 11Ts and the actually not really the T, because the T is just Thundercracker, but yeah. So we hear a lot about sort of the newer ones with the cone heads and stuff. This guy kind of forgotten at the moment. I don't know if they'll re-release him. If they do, I'm kind of screwed, but that's okay. So he's actually the last. He's actually sort of the last general release of the Masterpiece line that I haven't picked up. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's obviously the super rare gold figures and stuff like that, but he fills a particular spot in the collection, and I'm very happy to have that itch scratched. And I wonder if that might lead into the discussion for next week's podcast about collecting habits and how they've changed over the years. So,
whoa, nice segue.
Well, we are actually at the we are actually at the point where it is the end of the show, and it is time that we headed off because we are recording late on a Friday night. But thank you for listening. Yeah, well, yes, it's true. you can keep recording for another 3 hours.
No.
So thank you for listening, everyone. Off the Shelf is the podcast for Transformers Collectors Club Australia. Our website is it's not. Our website is transformerscca.com. I got that wrong after 99 episodes.
You want him to be the spokesperson for this podcast?
No.
Okay.
There we'll find links to the Facebook discussion group. I'm just going to do that part again. Brad can edit that. The TCCA website is transformerscca.com. You'll find links to the Facebook group, the sales group, the YouTube channel, the Twitter page, and of course, this right here, the podcast right here. And of course, you can find the podcast on iTunes. So please head over there and give us a review. The link is in the show notes. And
do you want to do that again?
Website. No, I don't.
Okay. Just we offered.
I kind of have to now, don't I?
It's a wrap.
Thank you for listening, everyone, even for the extended time that's taken by Brad interrupting me.
Sorry, was I interrupting you?
Yes. Please farewell the listener, and I will try not to interrupt.
Thank you very much.
Like seriously, tell us where to find you. Tell us what you do, your YouTube channel, stuff like that.
I was about to say it, but then you interrupted me.
Okay.
I was going to say I want to go home, but I'm already home. Thank you very much for having me on the show again. I do appreciate it. I don't know if I'll be on next week because I could be considered too much of a newbie to not be worthy of consideration 2 years ago. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
Just cut this part out of the actual podcast. There's to be no groveling on the podcast. Go on.
I like white chocolate, not dark.
Can we just cut the whole thing and just go, thanks for listening, everyone, goodbye?
Yeah, this is the podcast for the week. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See yous.